a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And it almost feels like we were destined to get to this point. The top two seeds of the college football playoff have survived. They've been on a collision course all season long. They've come through the challenges and the distractions, and now they'll fight for that beautiful trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. 1 game to determine the national championship. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. It's a very nice return before stepping out of bounds. Puts the offense in nice position to start the drive. So the Ohio State Buckeyes a chance to score early here thanks to that great return. Well, here we go. The energy in this building is absolutely amazing, Kirk. We are just 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion in college football.
And think about it as a player, this is really what you dream about. This is what you work towards, having an opportunity to get to the national championship. Both these teams have worked hard. Now they're here. Let's see how it plays out.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Inside the 30 now. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. In a national championship game, you cannot do a better job of setting the tone immediately, Kurt.
Well, it's the biggest game of the year, so you've got to bring your best. On the opening drive, the offense did just that. That's how you get this thing started.
Here's the point after attempt. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. 2 good teams with great individual players.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got it. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. One play moves the ball to the 44. It'll be first down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Play action fake, looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He cannot hold on to the ball. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
That's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. Quarterback's got it on the option. He'll pitch it. Tackle made, but it's enough for the first down. A well-executed option play.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
So now it's third and short from the 43. And they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision.
How about the call here? They call it the screen on third down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got fourth and short.
And the offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. The Buckeyes pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going.
That's just mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line does their job, gets a nice surge there, and the back does what he needs to do to pick up the first down.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's the handoff on a counter. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
And the defense smothers him for no gain. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Ninth play of the drive coming up. This is a tough third and long. Back to pass. It's Sims. Fires it to the wideout. Cannot connect. Incomplete. And now fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
And the coverage team ends him in and brings him down. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out.
Offense facing 4th down.
Well, Kirk, Ohio State has the lead here after 1. We've reached the end of 1 in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. All right, let's get back to the action. Getting closer to finding out who will be celebrating here tonight. On their own side of the 50, but they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. And the quarterback just sneaks it. Buckeyes line up on 1st and 10 now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. It's going to bring up 2nd down. And it's a bunch formation. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Quick completion to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. They'll try to run for the 1st down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but to give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll keep their running game churning. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. That run, good for a 1st down. The offense still rolling. Dropping back.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Play action here on 1st down. The pocket breaking down. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
2nd and long from the 14. Now to play fake, he'll look to throw it. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Touchdown, Georgia. Just ran away from the defense.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Lining up to try the extra point. And he knocks it right through. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. To the air, it's Sims. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself.
Oh, and he's in the tremendous toughness here. And a huge gain before he scores out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
Caught quickly. Finds room at the 30. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes. And this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Can he reach the end zone? And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, I just love to see an offense finish off a drive. You get inside that 5-yard line, you've got to be able to pound the ball to the goal line and into the end zone. Great job to finish it off.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point makes the lead 14-7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Pass complete for a 1st down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a 1st down.
Breaking free at midfield. It's a big gain across midfield down inside the 35.
I mean, is this guy a threat or what? I've been so impressed by what he can do watching him this week on film. I was excited to see him get a chance to show what he could do, not just throwing, but watching him make plays like this.
That's the 2-minute warning in this close 1st half. The offense trying to score and clean the lead before the break. 2nd down play coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. The tight end has got it. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man.
And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me, it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this 1st half, that's the 2nd sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
The sack on 1st first down. It's second down. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is four-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. Drop him back. They're going to throw for the first down. That's reeled in. It's dull. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a first and goal. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. First and goal. Great chance now to draw even before halftime. He's running out of time here. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
That's a big sack by this defense here on first down. Now, the offense still has opportunities to rectify this situation, but it's not the best way to start a first and goal situation.
This will be a challenge now. Second and goal, back at the 13. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. Aiming for the end zone. He'll be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
So they elect to send out the field goal unit, trying to add 3 points to their total before the end of the half. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So they won't take a shot at the end zone. Out comes the field goal team trying to get 3 before the end of the half. And it's blocked. The kick was low. This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking downfield, it's Sims. He'll take a deep shot here. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They're barely able to stop him after a huge gain. They saved a touchdown in that final tackle as time runs out in the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line. The eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime.
The Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Defense looking to dial up some pressure here. First play of the drive, they look to the right. An effective play, good for a first down at the 35. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
That's the first down for the offense.
Quarterback still with the football. It's a 2-yard gain, second and 8.
Well, not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. It's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. No stopping him, takes it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs.
This is a nice touchdown and a great play call. Just get this receiver in space and let him make people miss and use his speed to get to the end zone. That's what they did here, and it pays off.
And they'll set up with the PAT. The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Dropping back. It's Sims. And it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of the running back. That's going to bring up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Oh, and he can't hang on to it. That's a guy known for his hands. Couldn't pick it off. Brings up fourth down. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And it's fair caught near the 40-yard line. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. The senior calls his own number, picks up the first down.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Receiver in motion now. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Looks like he's going to run it. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Makes the grab. Can he get there? Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's fourth down. So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. Remember, they blocked one of his earlier attempts. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. And with that, they regain the lead. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
They'll return it from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Back behind the quarterback, aligned in the pistol. They'll test the right side here. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle. So a very makeable third down for the offense with a 29. Quick pass, the catch is made. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43. Buckeyes pick up enough for a first down. A quick throw out left, complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the third quarter. Time for one more play here in the quarter. They'll try the option play here. Oh, the ball comes loose. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype for the final period. Let's check out the game stats. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Press coverage now from the secondary. Tight end goes in motion. He hands it off from the gun. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's a short completion to the tight end. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. The Dogs will have to kick it away. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They moved it well last time. Got across the 50, but then fumbled the football away. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
Using his legs on the scramble. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
I really love the call here on third down to give the quarterback the option to either make the throw or pull it down and keep it himself to be able to pick up first down yardage.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Moves the ball up to the 30.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Receiver makes the grab. Big play across midfield. They'll spot it near the 36. Looks like a man is down in the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The Buckeyes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
This is exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
He's going to take off here. They get him down, but that's a good run. Enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going.
It's a really nice read here by this quarterback, Chris. He kept it himself, picked up some positive yardage.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. The Buckeyes looking to cash in this red zone trip. It's a shotgun run call. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
3rd down and 3. Try to make it 3 consecutive third down conversions. Can he make it to the marker? He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And now a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. It's 1st and goal. Keeping it on the ground here. He's swarmed by the defense.
That's a good positive gain there on 1st and goal. And here we go. The closer you get, the tougher it gets to get the ball into the end zone. And let's face it, this is a critical moment in this game. The 4th quarter of the national championship, and you're trailing. You've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
2nd down and goal. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here, and maybe you hold them to 3 points.
3rd and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he'll be brought down.
I'll tell you what, considering they've been out there for a long time on this drive, they sure showed a lot of endurance there, coming up with a big stop. And now it's 4th and goal. And as an offensive coordinator and head coach, with this kind of drive, it just seems like you'd be missing something by not coming away with a touchdown. And I tell you, life of a kicker. This guy's not been called on the entire game. Probably cold as ice on the sideline. But when it matters, he's hot as a stove when his number's called.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. How do you play this now? Do you call a conservative play and just wait for overtime, or try to make something happen and win in a regulation? Over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Here's an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't quite have the concentration or the focus necessary. Ends up dropping it before he could bring it in.
Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. And a timeout is called to talk strategy here. Tie game late in the 4th quarter. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very... Football comes out. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
That is tough for the ball carrier here because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. How will they play this? Tie game, final minute. Do you get aggressive and try to end it with a touchdown or get a little bit closer for your field goal kicker? Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. On third down, it's a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second- and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
So tied up after regulation, we go to overtime. Remember, in college football, it's dueling possessions. In the second overtime, if we get there, you have to go for 2 points if you score a touchdown. And the third overtime, Kirk, just becomes a series of 2-point tries.
And I know that's your favorite, to see if we can get to that third series of these overtimes. I love extra football, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see who's going to win it.
So here comes our first play of overtime. They're going to run it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go. Now, give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Now it's second down here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
Here's a quick throw off the play fake. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
See if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs, to take the lead in overtime. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trading the blitz or sit back and change up coverage, because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Running with purpose. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Second down after that run on the previous play. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Finally stopped at the 4. Great catch and run.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. And it's a touchdown. They're an extra point away from double OT, or you go for 2 and win it right now.
Well, this is one of the benefits of going second when you get into overtime. Now you know what you're facing. You put a touchdown on the board, you can either send it to another overtime if you kick an extra point, or potentially, hey, let's win the game and go for 2 right here.
Point after, not right through. So we're still tied now heading into the first play of double overtime. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. Buckeyes are in the red zone. He'll hand it off. And that run produces a decent gain.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. In for a touchdown to claim the lead in double overtime. And now a 2-point try coming up. So a quarterback who can escape and score like that, what boost for this offense.
Yeah, quarterbacks like this who can scramble are so hard to defend because the defense is so caught up in coverage and defending the pass. By the time they realize what's happening, there's no chance of stopping him from scoring.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sails it way high out of the end zone and incomplete.
Oh, my gosh. Would he love to have that one back. Open receiver downfield, and he misses it. That's when you go back to the receiver and say, hey, man, that one's on me. I'm coming right back to you.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And now a decision. You kick the PAT or go for 2 and the win. Monster stage, another touchdown. This quarterback and receiver having a game we're never going to forget.
Well, and the defense right now has got to be pulling their hair out trying to come up with ways to slow him down, whether they play zone or they play man. Nothing is working, and give credit to this quarterback. He just keeps dialing up his guy and keeps coming up with touchdowns.
Well, they fall a little bit short at the final hurdle. It's small consolation, but they really had an excellent season. A lot to be proud of. Just couldn't get the job done here today.
Chris, that's really well